despite the fact that efforts were made to be transparent in what we have been doing, Bukky Jesse has never deemed it fit once to call me and ask, this is what I have seen or have heard. Can you please explain? And I will tell her. She never called me. She has my number. She used to call me in the past. So it's just that she has this kind of hatred towards me, and I don't bother myself about it. That is her own headache.
Okay, that's fine, sir. Thanks for explaining that. So, as you've made mention, the 5 million fee note was open for discussion. It was supposed to be for the phone forensic, and that task had not been carried out. So it was just a fee note as per the norm, correct? Just repeating your words. Okay, right. Now, there is this, while the blogger Bukky Jesse was talking, she said that she had receipts. There was a lady that was called in, I don't know who she was, an American, was called in, and she was saying she had receipts that, you've been collecting money and up to the tone that so far, what she's counting, I know you had mentioned that, but I just want to touch on it again, to the tone of 15 million. Right. And you just, while you were talking earlier, you gave a summary of the total money that has come for you got your firm, professional fees and all whatnot is about 4.8. Am I correct? 4.8.
Yeah.
And then the 2.8. The 2.8 was for the DNA. The 4.8 was for the post-mortem stuff that was carried out. And all of this is a civil, is under the civil case that you're handling. Right.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
So now this 15 million, I know she's talking is alleged. Allegedly, that's what it is. You answered it, but I'm going to ask you again, and there's going to be another linking question to that. Can you tell me about this 15 million alleged funds that she claims she has in her, as per fee notes? I think they're all fee notes. Can you explain that first?
Well, as I've said earlier, there was no 15 million naira paid to our law firm.
So like an aggregate, like, summed up. I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yes, we never give them any fee note, invoice, pro forma, or whatever receipt for 15 million naira. If they said we did that, then they should come out with their evidence.
Okay, but was there fee notes that were totaling up to that amount at any point in time?
There is none. There is none.
Okay,
there is none.
Right, thank you. Now, the second question I have to ask you now. The funding, and I'm going to a very sensitive topic. Please, hosts and moderators, please control the comment section. Thank you. I'm going to a very sensitive topic now. Let's talk about the toxicology that was carried out. Were you involved in the payments for this toxicology? So the autopsy, let's say the postmortem, okay? General term, which consists of autopsy and toxicology. Were you involved in the payment process to the pathologist or to the lab where this process was carried out? Were you at any point in time in the funding of it, how the money was paid to them in any way? Were you involved with that?
Thank you, Anne. Well, what happened was that after we got the judgment for the re-examination of autopsy and toxicology, they said I should go ahead and get an expert, a pathologist that can do the work. So we started scouting for a pathologist.
Thank you, sir. Sorry for the interjection. Please, at the comment section, don't forget the rules and the regulations. I think I've spoken with the moderators. Don't block and don't mute anybody. There is no time to insult anybody. I'm not going to allow that. Don't insult anybody at the comment section. Don't bully anybody at the comment section. You're free to say your mind. Odumosun must go. Odumosun goes nowhere. Odumosun must stay. That is your opinion. You're free to comment that. Please, don't insult anybody. Don't use any word of insult on anybody. Please. Sorry for the interjection. Continue, sir.
So they said I should assist in scouting for that. All of us were doing it. So we got in touch with almost about 5 pathologists, and only one of them was a forensic pathologist. So we settled for that. We had the negotiation. We wrote letter to him. so that we can have something to hand on. Then, after the pathologist, for the forensic pathologist told us that, okay, this is how much I will collect if I have to do this, that he has gone round and he has seen that some people or the other pathologists didn't want to take over the case because they know that it is somehow to them. So we've already, the 5 pathologists we contacted earlier, when they said, okay, we'll get back to you, after their investigation or their inquiries, they will come back to tell us that, àwọn alágbára náà wà ní ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, mi ò fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ sí. But this gentleman said, well, on one condition, I will take this matter. And what is the condition? My name must not be mentioned anywhere. So you have to keep this confidential for me. I said, there's no problem. That keeping confidentiality is our own jurisdiction, so don't worry. And we started. So when he gave us his fee note, we sent it to the family. And the representative of the family requested a meeting with him. And we had a 2-way call with the forensic pathologist. And the amount of money that was requested, he scaled it down. That, no, we can't afford to pay this. There's no money. So we can only afford to pay this. And the man graciously said, okay, no problem. But there are a lot of things I have to do that will involve money in the case. So, and the man set out to do his work, and he did it sometimes into the night, in the evening. So that was how that was. The money that was paid was not paid to our law office. It was paid to the man directly to his account. So anybody now saying that the money was paid to us is a big liar.
Okay. So are you...
Anne, can he tell us how much? Anne, can he tell us how much?
Please.
Well, one of the conditions the man set for us is that he doesn't want his name or whatever was contained in his letter to be banded. But I can assure you that the day he comes to court to give that out, all this will be revealed. Because I've seen
We want to know the amount paid. We don't want to know his name,
name.
sir.
We only want the amount, not his name.
Okay.
We don't want
I
to know
think
his name.
the
How much was
the money
paid?
that is being mentioned, I think it was paid to him. It was paid to him.
The
The
30
amount they
million?
said they paid to me was actually paid to the pathologist, not to
You
me.
mean the 30 million?
No, not 30 million, 15.
15 million.
The 15 million.
Okay, continue, sir.
So, and that was it. It wasn't paid to me. It was paid directly. Even as at the time we...
I'm sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Once again, I'm sorry, sir. You just said 15 million, the amount being paid to the pathologist. Sorry, sir. For clarification, are you saying the money being paid for the autopsy is 15 million? Am I right, sir?
Did somehow.
Can you hear me, sir?
We can hear you, Arifa.
Yeah, I can hear
think
you
he
now.
can hear you
Okay.
too.
You mean the money is 15 million, not 30 million?
I can hear you. Sorry.
I said, do you mean the money is 15 million? It is not 30 million.
I think he's busy. That's why he's...
Okay. Anna Suko, I think you hear it clearer than I do. And I think it's Adufe and your fair that just interjecting now. Am I right?
Yes, it was an offer.
Okay. I think it just said the money is 15 million, not 30 million, right?
Yes, that is what I want to clear there. That is
Yes.
why I asked him that question.
Yeah, it's 15, but
And
he
he
will
said it's
clarify it again.
15 million, not 30 million that we were told.
Yes, 15 million.
Okay. Okay.
You
as I was
understand
saying,
now?
the money is in that region. I can't, get the exact number now.
Okay, so you're
But
not.
it's in that
Okay.
region, and it was not paid to us.
All right. Okay.
Okay, but it is that in the range of that 15 million, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so very much. I think I've gotten 2 good points to myself, and I want everybody to take note of that. The news being casting around, what we were told right from beginning was a sum of 5 million naira being paid to barrister Odumosun. You understand? And we heard now when he said the money is 2.8, not 5 million naira. That is one. Another thing, we were told 30 million naira for the autopsy. Now we found out it is 15 million, not 30 million. Please, let's just take note of that. You can
Arifa,
go
my
on, sir.
brother. Arifa, let's recast what you just said. Not we were told. Buki Jesse said. Please, my brother, not we were told. Somebody passed out that information, indicting Barrister Odumosun. The person has a name. Buki Jesse said. Ejo, thank you.
Okay, thank you so very much, Crunchy Queen. Let me repeat myself then while we're waiting for Barrister Odumosun to come back. Buki Jesse comes out to tell the whole world that a sum of 30 million naira being paid for the autopsy. Now, we just find out from an insider. And another thing I just want you to all take note is this. Don't let's be biased. We need to be straightforward here tonight. I don't know, maybe tomorrow you may choose to be biased, but tonight, please don't be biased. Earlier on today, on Boda Lati's platform, I could notice that Buki Jesse tried as much as possible not to mention a specific price being paid for anything apart from money being given to Odumosun. You understand? Buki Jesse tried as much as possible not to mention any amount of money except the money being paid to Barrister Odumosun. She said, and I quote, "I don't really remember the amount, but we pay." How can you pay and you don't remember the amount? That is one. Secondly, previously in all her videos, she has been trying as much as possible to tell the whole world nothing about the amount being paid. Barrister Odumosun, we are waiting. Please send in back your request. You understand? So I just want you people to take note of that. You understand? While she was on phone with Boda Lati today, my aim is I listen so very carefully so that I will hear the exact amount being paid for the autopsy and toxicology and the amount being paid to Barrister to the SAN Sanshitu. You understand? Those two things are highly important. Remember, Buki Jesse said immediately they made the payment of the autopsy. No, sorry, pardon me. Immediately they make the payment of Barrister Shitu. The remaining money in the GoFundMe, all of them were collected by Barrister Odumosun, which means no more money in the GoFundMe. Shishi
Was not
$1 no dey
left.
that GoFundMe.
Yes, you are right.
$1 no dey that GoFundMe. You understand? So let's just prepare our questions. Let's prepare our minds. As Barrister Odumosun asks questions to answer, just like Mr. Muyiwa have a lot of questions to answer. Likewise, Buki Jesse.
Arifa, let me quickly interject. Mr. Muyiwa said that in that GoFundMe, he said that there is still 8 million naira left in that GoFundMe. That was what he said.
$8,000.
He said, yeah, he said 8. Ayanfe, how do you mean?
Okay,
Stop calling me name, Ayanfe, please.
$8,000, right?
Continue what you are saying.
Okay.
Please stop that name calling. Please, I don't like
Mr.
it.
Mr. Muyiwa,
What is
Mr. Muyiwa
Olodo?
said, Mr. Muyiwa said there is $8,000 in the GoFundMe. Comfy, Madam Comfy, sorry, you have to come back. We are not fighting here. Don't attack anybody, please. $8,000 remaining in the GoFundMe, right? Please, for proper confirmation, anybody that has the link of the GoFundMe should please go into the GoFundMe right now. I witnessed everything that happened on Brother Latif's platform. Mr. Muyiwa never answered any question straight without any form of, rambling, dribbling, and all that. So please and please, let's go straight to the point. Barrister Odumosun, you're welcome.
Are they flagging again? Are they flagging?
Please, let's tap, please, because I don't know what's happened.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Hello, Arifa, can you hear me? Anne, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, we can hear you.
Also, the GoFundMe balance is 26,288 as of now. That's the figure on the dashboard.
Okay, is that a shell
Yes.
figure?
That's the figure on the dashboard. So we don't know the
Thank you
actual.
very much.
Figure on the
Thank you,
dashboard.
Country Queen. Thank you so very much. Do you know the reason why I requested for that specific amount on the GoFundMe presently now is because nobody can tell me this is the certain amount in the GoFundMe.
Exactly, you're right.
According
Exactly.
to my findings.
Because that is a figure on the dashboard. We don't know the actual.
When a target being set, until you meet the target, the figure will not reduce. That is 26,000 plus in dollars. Even if you remove everything and it's now $0, it will not, $0, I mean, it will not reduce until you meet the target of that $50,000, which has been set right from the beginning. So, Mr. Muyiwa telling us that $8,000 remaining in the GoFundMe, how did he get to know that? All these things demand proper explanations. How did he get to know that? That is not where I'm going right now. I will still get there. But let's give the floor back to Barrister Odumosun. You are free to carry on, sir.
Yes, I'm expecting your questions. I'm done.
Okay, let me continue the questions, Arifa. Well, Arifa, can I quickly ask? Maybe you can just ask. Does anybody have any more questions? But please, no financial, just questions on finances now, because we broke it in subsections. No questions that is not aimed at him. No more questions on the toxicology or postmortem. I just wanted to clarify that the 50 million had nothing to do with him. So please, no more questions on that. But any questions on the platform, Madam Conch Queen, Comrade Mose, any of you, questions on finances, please ask them before we move to the next question. We've got 10 minutes for that. Thank you.
All right. Before I give the floor to anybody, let me put this to Barrister Odumosun. Maybe he has one or two things to say concerning that. Sir, according to Bukky Jesse, she said, and I quote, that whenever you wanted to do any write-up, maybe a press release or any kind of write-up you want to do, you've never demanded lesser than £1,000. There are sometimes, according to her, sometimes you charge £4,000, sometimes you charge £3,000, sometimes you ask for £2,000, and not less than £1,000 has been demanded by you whenever you want to do any write-up, either a press release, newspaper, or whatsoever. How true is that, sir? And what can you say concerning that?
Thank you, Arifa. In the first place, I'm not a journalist. I'm not a pressman. and I don't work for a newspaper. When my law office writes press release, we give it out and we ask Mr. Muyiwa to liaise with them. So that has always been the way. So how could I have charged for what I don't do, for what I didn't produce? I'm not the publisher. So where she has gotten that information, Bukky Jesse should tell us. I've never collected any money on press release from them. The press releases we put out are free of charge because it is to advertise the work that we have done for people to know.
All right, sir. Just like I said, that tonight will be fair enough. We are not going to be a friend or enemy to anybody. Bukky Jesse has our own fans, and I'm very, very sure most of them are here, die-hard fan of Bukky Jesse. They are here, and they will not be happy that Arifa should sit here and be lying against Bukky Jesse, because Bukky is one of their, whatever Bukky says is the final. And Yoruba will say, ẹni táyé bá ń fẹ́ kò lárùn kankan lára. So, what I will like to do, if I will be permitted, is I would like to play that particular show for you, sir, in few minutes. So you listen to what she said concerning that particular aspect that I just talked about, sir. What is your take? Barrister, what is your take, sir?
You said you are going to play something. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you so very much for that. I'm trying to connect to the MP3 so that the thing will be louder for people to hear it clearly. So it won't be from phone to phone, please, in just a minute.
And your care can also help you. I know she has some voice notes from Bukky Jesse's live stream. So on your care, you can also help Arifa if you want. Thanks.
No, I don't have anything here. My second phone is not with me.
Okay.
If he's taking time, can somebody else ask question on finances? Anybody, Womi Crunch Queen, Comrade Mose, Madam Comfy?
I have a question.
I'm here on behalf of the public.
Please, let everybody mute for now. It's ready.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní àti ṣe àtọ̀lé ló ń jẹ́ ṣòwò bàtà àtọ̀lé ẹ̀sìn kan ni wọ́n ní tó bá ti ṣe DNA tán wọ́n náà wá sọ pé kó máa lọ. Okay, that's fine. Mo bá rí pé ó ṣe DNA tán ó yìn bá wọn lọ sí quest. Ẹ jẹ́ kí jẹ́ kó yẹ ilé ni o, gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ sí quest, gbogbo inquest tó ń lọ pàdé yẹn, gbogbo lẹ́tà tó ń kọ lójoojúmọ́ yẹn ó ń gba owó lọ́wọ́ wọn o. Lẹ́yìn tá a ti sanwó fún Wahab lójoojúmọ́ o. Ọkọ̀ lẹ́tà ń gbà mí ó lè charge £2,000, ó lè charge £1,000. Gbogbo iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe everyday, the fact pé a ti sanwó owó ńlá ṣe ń gbọ́ mi. Wọ́n ní tó bá ti ṣe DNA tán ó máa lọ ipe torí Wahab ò fẹ́ gba DNA lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Sorry, wọ́n ní tó ti ṣe DNA yẹn lọ ipe wọn ò fẹ́ olókè ìgbà tó lè tún sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo tún bọ́ tánjọ yẹn mo ṣàlàyé fún gbogbo yín. Ṣé gbogbo yín rántí pé mo ṣàlàyé fún gbogbo yín? Ṣé ń gbọ́? Lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé níbi tí mo ti ń fura ẹni tó sọ fún mi pé wọ́n rí òun àti PS pọ̀ ẹni yóò parọ́ ṣùgbọ́n bọ̀dá Muyiwa pè mí wọ́n ní pàtí lọ ti pàdé pé kò ń ṣe pé ó lọ sílé PS. Meanwhile PS sẹ́ni fọ́tò sí ọkọ̀ pé ó wá bí àwọn nílé ni pé mo tún bọ́ta ipe wẹ̀ ọ́ fẹ́ fi dá wàhálà lẹ́yìn. Now mo ṣáà ti ń dákẹ́ ọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ DNA látijọ́ yìí àgbọ̀n kankan pa DNA mọ́ àgbọ̀n kankan mi ní kọ́tì ẹ̀ sọ kankan fún mi ṣùgbọ́n public àti kò ṣe gbogbo nǹkan náà ní public máa mọ̀. Mo kàn máa sọ pé àkọlé dákẹ́ tábà dákẹ́ people will lose interest. Ìgbà nǹkan tẹ́mi wá sọ fún yín bèrè pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Any fact tí bá mú wá fún yín. Èmi ń gbọ́ lọ́tọ̀ àwọn tó trust èmi ló ń fún mi ní evidence yẹn ló ń sọ nǹkan fún mi. Ṣé a rí request? Ọlọ́run ló ní kí n bá woman yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ ọjọ́ yẹn mi ìbá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ directly o ẹ má.
Sir, let me pause. That particular aspect, I might ask you question, but I don't think I need to question you concerning this.
Arifa, please let me drop for chairman. Let me drop for chairman, so I will come back. I have a lot of questions to ask, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Like I said,
she mentioned, Bukky Jesse mentioned 3 things. Let me just, you don't need to ask questions. Let me just answer direct. She mentioned 3 things. She mentioned money, that we are collecting money. And I think I've clarified that we never collected any money for press releases. It was our agreement that when my lawyers go to court, they will give them 150,000 for appearance fee, which they have been paying. Somebody asked at the comment section that how much did that amount to? The person should calculate the days that we have been going to Corona Court and add it together and get the answer. Then she talked about the DNA. Well, you know that the issue of the DNA, first of all, let me start from the fact that Bukky mentioned that I was the one who told the court that we should go and do reconciliation. She is a big liar for saying that. Sometimes I question, well, don't let me say that, but let me say that I am not the one who said so. It was the magistrate herself who said, look, this is a family matter. Go and see if you can get the matter resolved amicably, and gave them a date. And they left the court and they went for a meeting later. But at the meeting, there was no agreement. So we went back to court and we argued the papers that we have filed. And it was upon that the court now gave judgment. So how could she now say that I'm the one who organized or who asked them to go and have a reconciliation? I didn't have the power. So that is that. Then she mentioned the friendship with peers. Well, I don't know when it has become an issue that you are handling a matter and you cannot have friends outside. So if I'm handling a matter for the Alobas, I should not have friends. I should fight my friends. Even though Pierce is not my friend, I met him through Mr. Gurexi, who introduced him to me. And since then, Pierce has been supporting the movement financially. And when he was paying money, paying for instance, the
Embalmment.
matter for embalmment, the embalmment issue that what is his name again? Darosha. The petition that he was the one who sponsored the petition. And it was when the man stopped giving money for transportation that the matter could not go on again. So she didn't come out to come and give money for the thing to progress. Anyway, that is that. She's not the one that will tell me who and who should be my friend. I'm the one that will know that my friendship should not go into my professional aspect of life.
Okay,
I have to separate my professionalism and my personal life.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, please, because of time, let's get to Chairman and everybody on the platform. We're dealing with financial questions. Please ask questions.
Please, can I ask my question? Okay. The 150,000 naira that Mr. Odumosun said, is being paid to his lawyers. I think 2 lawyers. So that 150, does it mean that the 150 is added to the money he claimed, was paid into his account?
I can't get your question.
All right. 150. So you said the total amount that has been paid into your account amounts to 4.8. So was the 150,000 naira that was paid to your 2 lawyers, was it included into the, included in the 4.8?
It can't be included because the 4.8 is not for the coroner's inquest.
Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. Somebody's whatever is echoing. Can we fix that so that we hear ourselves? Adorifa, can you check? I don't know where the echo is coming from. Okay, go ahead, sir. Let me mute. All right.
So what I'm saying is that the 4.8 couldn't have included the 150 because the 150 is just for the coroner inquest, and it's not. We don't count that as part of professional fee.
Okay, sorry. The second question is because you said that you are on pro bono. So why are you charging for professional fee?
Maybe you weren't around when I explained earlier that pro bono does not mean one must not collect money for appearance fee from your client. It's just that you don't want to collect professional fee from the person. You understand? And that is for coroner's inquest, and it stops there. It doesn't, leave that stage. So when you're now talking about the DNA, they paid for that. I hope you understand that now.
Madam Comfy, is that clear? Is the question answered? Yes? Madam Comfy, is that answered? Okay, I think she's busy.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead.
Chairman, up to you. Next, your question.
Come in.
Thank you.
Let Chairman.
Sorry, everybody. Please wait. Sorry. Okay. Madam Comfy, the answer being given to you, are you satisfied? The answer.
I'm not that satisfied, but you can go on.
I don't want anything but. You understand?
Yes,
if you are not satisfied with the answer, please come out. The reason is this, Comrade Moses. The reason is the name of this barrister is at stake. Barrister Odumosun. That name is at stake. You understand? Now, if anybody wants to ask a question and you've asked a question that has to do with this situation, you have to be satisfied with the answer. If it is answer that he is willing to give, unless he said, no, I don't have anything to say concerning that. In as much as prepared to answer the question, please, if you're not satisfied, you should feel free to talk. Sir, sorry, the answer, I didn't get you, sir. Then he can put it in a way that you will understand better.
Yes, Arifa, like you just said.
Okay, because
it will be very good for you to raise your objection. Then we can sort it out here so that there won't be a out of door discussion after this section. Thank you.
Okay, what I'm not cleared with is because questions were asked from Mr. Muyiwa, because I asked him, I said the figures in the invoice, that what is it for? And in the invoice we saw so many, we saw like 4 items that this for 500,000, this for 1.5, this for 3 million. So I was like, what is that for? So Mr. Muyiwa now said that the money that was that was inside that invoice, that the money was for phone forensic. I was like, phone forensic for what? Phone forensic, was it that the narration on the invoice is different from the money that was, the purpose of which the money was paid for? So I was like, I was lost. So why is it that the analysis on the invoice, why is it different from the purpose of which the money was paid for? Because he said it was for.
I think you are mixing the issues here. One, the invoice or the fee note that you are talking about does not relate to the coroner inquest. They are different things. And the money in the fee note was never paid to us. So it shouldn't come into account at all We shouldn't talk about it.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
For proper understanding, Madam Comfy, I think you get it right now. The invoice we are talking about, this particular one here, that has been flying around since morning, he said this is the money they charge for another case entirely, apart from coroner inquest that he choose to work pro bono for. Any other case that come around, they will pay the legal fee. But in as much it is not coroner inquest, it demanded their legal fee, which I think the breaking down everything is here, and they are yet to come to a conclusion. So they did not pay this money to them, which means they have not worked on this at all. So this 5 million naira flying around since morning is not, the money is not in any way being paid to these people. I think you get it right now, Madam Comfy.
Okay.
Arifa, everything.
Right done.
Arifa, let's
All right,
proceed.
thank you. I think Chairman should take over.
Okay, thank you so much, Arifa, panelists, commenters. Good evening, sir. And good evening, Barrister Odumosun. It's a great pleasure to be with you on this platform this night. Thank you for...
Stop before Chairman, but carry go.
I'm so sorry, my sister.
No vex, sorry.
So sorry, my sister. Okay, thank you for giving us this opportunity, and I really want to appreciate you for deeming fit to come and clear some gray issues, and I really appreciate you. But let me pick it from the last. I only have 3 questions. I don't want to draw too much. I only have 3 questions. Number 1, let me pick it from the last with respect to that invoice. Let me put it that way, pro forma invoice. You have cleared that the job has not been done. Now, that invoice or that fees note is on a particular letterhead. Barrister Odumosun, could you confirm if that is your letterhead? If that information is signed by your office, is that your office? Is that your letterhead on that document? Hello.
So you are muted.
Sorry, I've said it here that is my office. So whatever you see there belongs to my office.
It belongs to your office. So the invoice emanates from your office. Okay. Yeah. But you are not the one to carry out the assignment. Right?
Of course.
Oh, fantastic.
I have lawyers in my office.
So you are working, in conjunction with that. Okay, that is fine. So we understand it's pro forma invoice. That action has not been taken. That is good. Okay, thank you so much. Secondly, my next question would be that, you've been doing some things. You've been getting paid. Please, could you tell us how do you get paid? Do you get paid in Naira? Do you get paid in dollars, or do you get paid in pounds?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The matter is taking place in Nigeria, so they pay in Naira.
So all payment had always been in Naira.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Another question is, I don't know if you have mentioned that before my arrival here, but if you have, maybe you can just recap a little bit. Could you please take us, the public, through your recruitment process? And not only that, your recruitment process into this to handle this case. I understand that you could have a briefing with a potential client that comes around, have a briefing, blah, 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 blah. They may not even giving you any letter of whatever it is, but I believe it is expected that after you have gotten the briefing from your client, an agreement is signed to detail your briefings, to detail what you're supposed to do, the fee, and all of these things that we are talking. So is there any documentation exchange between you and the client when you were briefed and engaged to handle this one? Is there any documents to show what you have discussed, what you're supposed to do, what is the fee, what is the scope of assignment? Is there anything of such?
Yes, I think we signed a letter with Mr. Aloba on that.
And all the terms and conditions are stated and scope are dearly stated in that letter. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So the last question would be this. Would you be kind enough to sit down your office, sit down and try to itemize every money that you have been paid, whether directly from Aloba or sponsored by peers, just to do an Excel, just one pager, item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, what you have collected from inception to date. Now, why I'm saying this, I'm not trying to probe into your activity. No, we are only concerned because we, the public, put this money together. And of course, the public also want to know what they have used the money for. So from your own point, from your own chamber, if you be kind enough to just give us 1, 2, 3, 4 bullets of the work done and the what has been paid. If you can, one pager, and maybe if you can, you do that for us. And from there, I think I'll be fine with any further question on finances.
Okay, but that will not be tonight.
No, of course, definitely not tonight. No problem. Definitely, yeah. If you don't mind,
satisfy our funders. So
yes. I can follow you. Maybe send you my email if I can get those documents, because I've been involved with funding. I've been involved with putting these funds together. I've been involved in looking into how expenses were made in this Joseph, but until I got out of the old situation because of what I've discovered have been issue. But if this can help us, then I think we'll just do a forensic issues on this, and the whole public will be satisfied. Thank you so much, Barrister Odumosun.
Please, can I come in?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Chairman.
All right. Good evening, Barrister Odumosun. I have just a couple of questions, and I'm going to take it back to about the month of April when we got discussing. And one of the things we asked Gurexi, that is Mr. Olurin, if there is a letter of engagement with you. And what he said was there is no letter of engagement. That is what Gurexi said. And we asked him, how did you now bring in Odumosun into the picture if there is no letter of engagement? How does he know his scope of engagement, the things he set out to do? But now you are telling us tonight that there is a letter. Gurexi said that there is no letter of engagement, that there is no signed document, because we asked him to produce it. There was nothing. And we were curious. How can you engage a lawyer and there are no terms and conditions? Nothing is specified out. How does he know his area of jurisdiction, what to cover and what not to cover? So for you now to answer, Chairman, I'm shocked. And I don't want to believe, I don't even know who to believe. Because if there was a letter, Gurexi would not say there is no letter. So let me start from there, sir. Is there really a letter of engagement between you and Baba Loba, signed and executed, itemizing your scope, what you are supposed to cover? Because the public needs to know. Gurexi said there is none, so is there a letter? Signed.
Well, all I know is that all I know is that Gurexi may not know what went between the Aloba family and us, because so there are some things that are supposed to be confidential between a lawyer and his client. But I'm aware that Mr. Aloba came to our office to sign the terms of our engagement. No law office will get a job and will not sign that with a client, that this is what we are going to do and this is what we agreed on. So
I will let that slide. I'll let it slide because it's your word against Gurezi, and all of us know the role Gurezi has played with Aloba is almost like Aloba's twin brother. It's like Igbifa, Ikaranwa Teleni. So for Gurezi not to be aware that there is a letter, honestly, barrister, nobody will believe you. Absolutely nobody. Because see, Baba Baba so no, yeah, you know, mo bó ṣe ń lọ. Barrister. No, for real. No,
we have let Baba sign letter with us.
Barrister, hold on. I'm just trying to let you know that the role Gurezi has played in this movement is almost like Babaloba's mouthpiece. Babaloba will kawe now. What does he know is in the contract? And I'm sure that Babaloba will not come to your office without dragging Gurezi along, unless we don't want to say the truth.
Crunchy Queen.
Yeah.
Please, ma. I want us to just based on the financial aspect.
I'm going somewhere. When it
I understand.
Okay, all right.
I understand.
Okay,
I just don't want you to. I don't want you to lay any emphasis on Greg's matter.
All right. I understand. Okay.
Thank you.
Then next. Okay. Next, I want to support Barrister Odumosun on the appearance fee. To the best of our knowledge, we are aware that the firm is being paid 150,000 naira at every appearance. That we are aware. We are also aware that he negotiated to collect 2.8 million naira for the DNA issue. That we are aware. So far, everything Odumosun has said tonight on that is correct. But what I'm not clear about is that the 2.8 million naira was paid before the GoFundMe took off in earnest. And I'm saying this categorically because I am one of those who championed funding into the GoFundMe. And as at that time, the 2.8 million naira was already negotiated. And the money, the funds were already in Baba's Access Bank account, which was debited to pay Odumosun's firm. Okay? Now, Mr. Odumosun, Barrister Odumosun, sorry, sir, Barrister Odumosun, the remaining 2.8 million naira that cumulated to give the total 4.8, were you paid in naira or, I have to ask, it may sound stupid, please pardon me, sir. Were you paid in naira or you were paid in dollars equivalent, sir, for that 2 million naira?
Well, as I've said earlier, we are operating in Nigeria and we won't charge in dollar or in pounds. We were paid in naira.
Good. So to the best of your knowledge, no pounds equivalent or dollar equivalent were ever paid to your firm, sir?
No.
And to the best of your knowledge, whatever amount was paid to your firm was paid in naira.
Exactly.
Thank you, sir. That's all for now. Thanks.
Thank you, Crunchy Queen. Before we leave that particular chapter, sorry, sir, the 150,000 naira being paid as an appearance fee. Sorry, sir. Is it that 150,000 naira each for the lawyers? What I mean is it that 150,000 being paid to Barrister Munisola, 100,050 being paid to another lawyer? If there are three, does that mean they are collecting 150 each? You understand, per appearance? Or is it that it is only 150,000 being paid to all of them, no matter how many they have? I want you to please balance that place and let people have better understanding on that side, sir.
Well, 2 of them used to go to court. Sometimes there are 3, and 3 of them, they do share 150,000 naira. So it's
which
not that
means
each of them is paid 150.
Which
it's
means
not that each of them is paying 150. So it's just 150 for 2 of them or for 3 of them.
Okay. That means no matter how many they are, either they are 5, they are 10, they are 20, it is only 150,000 that has been paid per appearance.
Yeah.
All right. Another thing before we move away there, sir, which account is paying that money? I mean, the certain account paying you. I'm not asking the account they are paying to. I'm asking you the certain account that is paying you the money.
I'm sorry, I may not be able to know that because I'm not in charge of the receipt of money.
All right. I heard you said you've talked to the secretary of the chamber or to arrange the stuffs. Okay, we are open to see it any moment from now. Thank you, sir. Let's go to the next questioner.
Yes, Anne, can you move to the next question, please? Anne, are you there?
Okay, all right. I think I've just seen Andy on the box and a very wicked lady. Can you please focus on your financial question? 5 minutes or 3 minutes, so we can move to the other bulk questions we have to. So I think Andy came before very wicked lady. So Andy, go ahead.
Ask my question, please.
Can you wait since Andy came first? Okay, but if Andy's muted, you can go ahead. If Andy's muted.
Thank you very much.
All right, go ahead, Andy.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. And Barrister Odumosun, good evening once again. I don't want to dwell too much regarding to the letter of engagement. I could recollect during my time with Mr. Muyiwa, what he said was there's nothing like letter of engagement, but I don't want to dwell on that. Now, my question to you, Barrister Odumosun, is this. I listened to Muyiwa this afternoon on Latisnet platform when he said the toxicology and the autopsy have been arranged with you long time ago before Sanshitu came into this process of justice for Mohbad. But I just want to clear it now, because what Muyiwa told us was only the DNA of Lian is with you. Nothing like toxicology and autopsy. I want you to please to clear that, because Muyiwa have now brought you into the toxicology and the autopsy. Because I could recollect, we told Muyiwa, since we have Sanshitu on this justice for Mohbad now, and especially when it demanded for the paternity that he have interest on this. Now, my question is this: how come now Muyiwa now said this afternoon that the toxicology and the autopsy, you yourself, you are engaged with it?
Okay, I can't answer the question because of time. I think he understands it.
Let me just give you an answer. Mr. Muyiwa is correct. You see, when I came into the matter and I went through the facts and we discussed it in Chambers Online, we observed that given the circumstances of the death of the guy, there might be need for us to go for another autopsy. We didn't want to trust what the government said they were doing, because as at February, after they've done all the tests, they were yet to transfer the specimen to America. And we were proved right. At the end of the day, when they transferred, we all knew what happened. I don't need to recount that again. So long ago, immediately we got the file, we discussed it. We suggested that, look, I think we should be prepared to go for this. And the family agreed that that would be right. And that is why you saw it in discussions. So that is it. So he's right.
Okay, to my own understanding, there's a foul play there.
How?
Am I right? It's a foul play there, because what he told us was, because during that time, we've told them that Sanshitu have all the necessary artillery, everything to do the toxicology in his field and the autopsy. And adamantly, he disagreed with us. He said, no way. He said to us that he have a pathology that is coming. That is where we begin to suspect Muyiwa that is playing a trick with the public. You understand me? But I will leave it, Barrister Odumosun, because I will give other people to ask you question because there's a lot that have happened in this justice for Mohbad because this is 1 year now. We have not even achieved a single thing on justice for Mohbad.
Okay, we understand. Andy, we understand, yeah? You're good. Please stay on the box. Don't go away. We're going to go into the questions where we start asking about achievements. But just because of time, let Aduke ask a question on finances. Aduke, go 5 minutes, please. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Before Aduke go on, Andy, you were not satisfied. I could see. When you're talking about foul play and all that, you are not satisfied. But the only place I just want to be cleared off is the foul play you're talking about. Is it from the side of Mr. Muyiwa or from Barrister Odumosun? Just that area, sir.
Not from Barrister Odumosun, but from Famiwa himself.
All right, thank you so very much. I will still tell people to please share this live if it can get to Mr. Famiwa, if it can be available tonight also. All right, thank you so very much, Mr. Andy. I am going to borrow that box. Whenever you want to ask any question or you have anything to say, please send in back your request immediately and you'll be here. Yeah, over to you, Aduke Okin.
Good evening, everybody. I don't understand the word finance, but I hope my question is going to go to that direction of the finance. Mr. Lagata, I want to ask you a question concerning Odumosun on the same money issue, and I'll be glad if you answer me, please. Mr. Lagata, are you there?
Hello. Yeah.
Thank you. So my question to you is, Bukky Jesse said you are the one that came to her and told her about 25 million naira that was transferred. I don't let me go. I know what. Don't let me ask my question. Like Mr. Lagata, Bukky Jesse said you are the one that come to her and told her about the story, how they moved 25 million naira from the goat farming to Odumosun stuff and that. Is it true, sir?
Adike, I think that you messed it up. It wasn't GoFundMe. There was an information that reached out to me on that fateful day that Baba Mohbad would be arrested by EFCC. And I asked why. And the person said money was transferred from Access account to Baba's Wema bank account. And I'm like, really? Do you have evidence for this? He said I should not worry. My evidence will be when Baba has been arrested. And I was worried. I called Mr. Muyiwa and Baba. Do you know this particular person? And I was told what the person have done in justice for Mohbad. And I said, this is what I heard though. But because I am in talking times with Bukky Jesse at the time, I was surprised and I called Bukky and I explained to her that somebody called me and said that Baba would be arrested by EFCC. And she said, really? For what? I said, the person said 30 million was transferred from Baba's Access account to Wema account.
Sorry, Lagata. Before you continue, sir, I am sorry. Let me quickly come in and say this. Please, Aduke Okin, don't direct any question to any panelist for now. So we are not going to keep Barrister Odumosun here for life.
No, Arifa,
let's just direct all our questions to him for now. Lagata will answer you to the fullest. Lagata, wait, please. Lagata will handle you to the fullest when the time comes. Please.
If that is the case, I'm gonna drop because I'm not using the same time with you. I'm in America and I have work tomorrow. This is the only time I have to ask my question.
You're free to ask your question.
If you are not let me to ask
No,
my question, then
you
I'll
are free
drop.
to ask your question.
No, I have to drop. This
Don't
my time.
direct
I
the
need to go
question
to bed.
to any panelist for
You
now.
said I cannot ask. It's okay, I'll drop. It's okay, I'll drop.
Okay, to buttress what Arifa just said.
Barrister Odumosun might not be approved all the time.
Arifa, 1 minute. Arifa, 1 minute. To buttress what Arifa has just said, let us focus on Barrister, clear him and let him go. Then we'll remain here. Whichever other issues we need to clear, we can continue and resolve it as we go.
Comrade Moses and Arifa, I appreciate your interjection, but the question Aduke Okin was asking has to do with Barrister Odumosun's name, because
Okay, Lakata, can you just clear it in a few minutes so that we can move on?
Yeah, the particular blogger said, I said Odumosu. I never said Odumosu. And the blogger said, I have an evidence, Agatha. I will bring you up to come and clear if I'm lying. And I was there to challenge. I would need the evidence that I said Barrister Odumosu was the one who told me. I never mentioned Barrister Odumosu to her at all. I've mentioned the person to the blogger, and I explained. So that was it. Thank you.
So Lagata, that's the clarification, right? So Anne, can you bring up the next person?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Can I ask my question, please?
And the next person, please.
Can I equally ask my question before? Can I ask my question before I mute?
Anne, can you moderate?
You want to ask a question on finances? Okay, are you Lagata, you asking a question on finances? Yeah? We focus, okay. Lagata, can you quickly ask a question if it's on finances so that we can move to the next topic?
No, my question is not on finances, but it's fine. I'll wait.
Okay, all right, thank you. MLH, sorry, you've just come now.
Sorry, Anne. I think I have question on finances.
Please go ahead. Thank you, ma'am.
Barrister Odumosu. First time I'll call you Barrister Uncle T. I will first of all quickly ask one stupid question before going to that one. Please excuse me. I want you to tell the whole world if it is Madam, Sister, Reverend, Pastor, Mother, one with God that brought you to this J4M.
Thank you, ma'am. Well, you are not the one who brought me to the Justice for Mohbad. And initially I've answered that Baba himself approached me along with Mr. Muyiwa based on what they have heard and read about me. And
who introduced me to you on this J4M? Sorry, sir.
I think is it not Bossman? I think it's what Bossman.
No. Okay.
Oh, was it either Gurexi or Bossman? I can't remember.
No, Muyiwa and Mr.
Muyiwa,
and Westu. Thank you so much, sir. Concerning the finances, I remember vividly there was some times that Piers wasn't paying those, at least on 2 occasions, the lawyers who was paying.
You did.
Thank you so much, sir. The $150 twice. That's what I have for on the finances.
And it was paid in Naira.
And I paid directly to the lawyers.
Yeah.
Mommy, when we got you done with the question? Yeah.
I think for now I did. Pierce has been paying. Please, Pierce has been paying. But when Pierce stopped and there was a problem and they couldn't pay, I have to come up with it because I wanted justice for Mohbad. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, ma. MLH, do you have a quick question on finances? 2 minutes, and then we can move to the next question. Are you there? MLH online?
I believe all questions on finances have been answered
that's fine.
and clarified. What I just wanted to ask quickly is about, I would like to ask, like, presently, what are his priorities? And then
we'll come to that. We'll come to that because we're just dealing with finances now, because I want to start the other sub, which is about other things, and then the platform people will ask questions. Fed, you have a question on finances. Please go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, come on, thank you.
Mr. Odumosun, good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam.
Okay, sir. I want to ask you, why are you not seeking for the order of mandamus, which the court will compel the police to do phone forensic and financial tracing? Why?
Okay, Fed, can he answer the question once we deal with that? I thought you had a question on finances now, because otherwise it won't be fair to MLH.
In line with you too, please. Please. I just need to go down very soon. I have 3 questions earlier and I'll come down.
MLH, I apologize, okay? Thank you.
Mr. Odumosun,
Carry on.
Barrister Odumosun, sorry.
Well,
Go on. Do you hear my question?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So there are different ways you can kill a rat without using a sledgehammer. So we don't need to, that kind of case, you use an ex parte order to get what you want. Just go to court, get an ex parte, which doesn't take much time, but may depending on the number of cases in court. So sometimes you even argue it in chambers, you get it, but you have to do your due diligence and be sure that your research is right and you put the necessary ingredient into it. So once you get there, the other party is not involved and you serve it and you get it, the document you want from the recipient. So it's not every case that you can use the order of mandamus. When somebody is in prison, then you can use that order of mandamus to compel those who arrested him or who imprisoned him to bring him out.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much on that. So, Anne, can I continue, please?
Okay.
Sorry, I need to come down. I have more questions, but we just ask 3, come down, then come back later, please.
Oh my God.
Please.
Okay.
Please. So, Mr. Odumosun, if I may ask, is there any plan to do forensic or not? Is there any plan as at this moment, please?
Well, only the Aloba family can answer that.
Okay.
So for me, we have we have informed them of the process, and the ball is in their court to say, oh, go ahead or don't go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask again now. What is the status of the DNA, toxicology, and autopsy at this present moment? If you may answer that, please.
Okay. For the DNA, we've already written the hospitals that were to use. So we are expecting their response. It took so long a time because the CTC of the judgment didn't come out in time. And if you want to inform any hospital about it, you have to attach that document so that they can see clearly that it is the court that has directed. So it came out late, and we've done the needful. We've had, both parties have had discussion on it, and shortly we'll definitely do the test and come out with a report.
Okay.
And as for the toxicology, it has been concluded, but since the court is not sitting because of the injunction on it.
Yes, I understand.
And the pathologist said until the court resumes, he won't be able to give it to anybody because it has to be sealed and presented to the court. It's the court that will open it and give it to the pathologist to read what he has written out. So that's the process.
Okay, can we wrap up now?
No, Anne, sorry. I got another question from his answer, please. Please, Anne. So from your answer now, you said it is because of the court injunction. Yeah. That was why the pathologist is waiting. But we were told that you are waiting for the CTC of the other pathologist, which is the government pathologist, before your pathologist can come forward to present their own.
No. We don't need
We were
that.
told that. Even Muyiwa still said it today.
Well, this is a legal process. And so if he doesn't understand it and he has not had opportunity of asking us, there's no way he could know. So that is just it.
Okay, thank you. Please, I'll come back. Arifa, please pick me up later when I send request. Thank you.
Thank you. Just
he has to go now.
Thank you. Right, okay.
Please look at my time.
Yeah, that's the thing, because he wants to leave. So I want to quickly. So, sir, please, there's just one more question that is, general from my end, and then people on the platform can just ask you quick questions, and so you can leave. If you don't mind, just spare us maybe 20 minutes if I'm not asking for too much, sir, please. Is that okay? So just so that everybody on the platform, and if anybody comment, just please. Thank you, sir.
I have one question for finances, please.
Okay, but please just hold on, K Crown, yeah, because I had to, MLH was here. Let me just ask a question and then we'll just take it on from there. So after me, MLH, and then every other person, and then you, since you just joined, if you don't mind, yeah. This is just general questions now, no more finances. So please, can you tell us your achievements so far on this justice for Mohbad? Can you state it clearly so that everybody's aware what you've done, and even the task that you have not carried out? Let us know. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, let me start from the coroner court. We wrote the court to bring out, to restart the sitting after it had been adjourned for only God knows when, and people were getting disillusioned about it. So we wrote the court that we have witnesses to present, and eventually it was opened. And I can also say that we were the one who filed for the recall of witnesses. And when Bossman sent list of those who are in that house when Mohbad died to us, we quickly added some other witnesses to it. Unlike what Bukky Jesse said, that it was somebody who did it. No. We did it, and the records are there. Just go to court and see. Get CTC of whatever you see there, and you see that it bears my signature. Then we've done the DNA too. That's number 2. We've done the DNA. We've gotten a judgment, and the second part is to do the test. And once the test is out, we are clear with that. So we've done that. Then autopsy and toxicology, the second one, we've concluded that too by the records of the pathologist. So it's just for them to come to court and present it. Then we assisted them in getting injunction against African TV, and that is in the open. Then I think so far that is what we've done. And of course, we've always informed you people about the steps and the progress we have made through our publications. And I feel we should mention that too, because if without that, you won't know what is going on. And it is when we decided to stay back because of finance, that is why you have not heard anything, and it's like everybody's in the dark. So that is that. Thank you.
Okay, so now you've talked about your accomplishments, about what you've done, right?
Yeah.
We've heard that. Now, can you tell us about things you haven't done now? Because I heard you talk about the phone forensic. I remember you said
yes.
that.
We have not been able to do the phone forensic because they've not asked us to go ahead with it. So that is that about that.
Okay, do you have any other one you can add, like 2 or 3 tasks that you think should have helped this case that you recommended but has not been carried out? Because you've listed your accomplishments.
Well, actually, there are some things that we are doing that I wouldn't want to mention, because sometimes when these things are mentioned, the other side, they are quick to react to what we do, or we intend doing, and that frustrates our efforts. And that is why I don't agree with bloggers that when they have a piece of information, they don't cite it with the lawyers to see whether they should go out with it or they should not. Sometimes when they come out with all this information, it affects the case that you want to prosecute. And at the end of the day, you won't be able to go on with that because the other party too, they are smart. They will do what is needful, which you two will do if you are in their position. So the bloggers should watch out for that. And of course, you remember that...
Barrister.
Yeah, sorry, you remember that the Attorney General of Lagos State...
Barrister.
Sorry, let me finish the statement.
Go on.
You remember that the Attorney General of Lagos State addressed a press conference sometimes last month. We were to do a counter press conference, but we have not been able to do it for one reason or the other. And what we have now done is to do a petition to him not to follow the instruction the direction the police has given. Because the police has recommended that certain people should be charged to court. But to us, we know that those are not the culprits that should be charged to court. They are not the ones that should be taken to court. So the investigation has to be done again. So we have done that. We've sent letter out. So we can count that as part of the achievement too.
Sorry. Let me put this out, sir, to you. I want to know how true this is. You just said there are some other things the counter press conference, to be precisely, the counter press conference has been made and you are yet to promote it. Is it because of financial aspects? Because what I heard is there is no money in the access, no money in GoFundMe. Is it sometimes ago, I want to come out plain here. Few days ago, or let me say few weeks ago, I heard that you people are waiting or trying to demand for about 1 million or more to do the press release or the press conference. I don't really know how true it is. So now, I want to ask you, unable to do the counter press release, is it basically for financial challenge or what, sir?
Well, I'm not in charge of finance. I don't know anything about that. Mine is to look at the case and see areas where we can improve some things and tell the family, this is what we need to do, and for them to execute it. So I'm an ideologue. Ideas come. Once I have a case, I look at it that, look, this is the way to get out of this situation, and I follow it. So I don't know anything about the finance of the family or whatever, but all I know is that we have not been able to do it, and that is it.
Sorry, can I go quickly?
All right, thank you, sir. Let me go to MLH to ask a question in few minutes.
I'll try and make it short and sweet. Okay, so Barrister, thank you very much for your time today. I've got a couple of questions, even though Anne has actually touched on one of the questions that I have for you. So in terms of your achievements so far that you've mentioned, because obviously you would have a goal based on the achievement that you've set for yourself. How well would you say you've actually met your expectation in terms of the outcome of your achievement so far? So you actually listed some which I took note of, such as injunction against African TV, recall of witnesses, and then DNA part 1. And then a follow-up question based on the DNA is, what is stopping the DNA? As in, what is stopping the DNA from being finalized? So now you've got the go-ahead from the court to carry out the test, right? However, where are we on that? As in, which is part of the question that I wanted to ask you earlier. Yeah, so if you can please answer that so that don't just, cloud up all the questions here.
All right, thank you. I said that we've already, after getting the order of court, the CTC, we've written the hospitals that will be used, and we are waiting for their go-ahead to come. So once we get the red light from them, the green light from them, we will move, we will inform all the parties to be present, and we inform the officials of the court to be present, and that will be done. So we just need a little time more.
Okay.
It's not that we are sleeping on it, but it is their own internal process.
Okay, MLH
is delaying us.
Your next question.
Okay, thank you for that. And then the other question, you haven't answered that. Like, in terms of your achievements so far, would you say the outcome of all of these tasks are I don't know, like, would you say the outcome is satisfactory for you?
Yes, let me say that the task given to us, we have 90% concluded them. 90%. So that is it. Because once the DNA result, once we conduct the DNA test and result is out, that is out of the way. Once the court sits and the toxicology is presented to court, we have concluded that. Already, we have concluded the African TV issue. We've withdrawn our application against him before the court because we've achieved what we wanted to achieve on that. And already, the recalling of witnesses, once the coroner court starts sitting, those witnesses will come to court. And if they don't come, the lawyer handling it knows what he's going to do to ensure that they come to court.
Okay, thanks for that. And then, okay, my next question would be your priorities for now.